Have you ever read one of those articles about the success habits of rich and powerful people and felt like a miserable failure because you don't have a 3-hour morning routine?
You'll never be a gajillionaire unless you wake up at 3 a.m. and meditate for 20 hours a day.
I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it. So today I wanted to break down 5 success habits that won't necessarily make you successful. Let's start with the one that I personally have the biggest complex around, joining the 5 a.m. club. I did this for years. I would haul myself out of bed at 4 a.m. to be at the 5 a.m. Peloton class. In studio, despite the fact that I am nowhere near a morning person. I will say, if I naturally was a morning person, I do dig the quietness of the morning. There's no emails, no pings, no meetings, no noise. But I've got to tell you that after I read The Power of When, I ghosted my morning person ambitions. The book explores chronotypes, which is when your body naturally wants to sleep, wake up, exercise, and focus. And it aligns the 3 categories. We've got the larks who love to jump out of bed first thing in the morning and get shit done. Then we have the owls, the night people. I immediately think of my developer friends who are up coding at midnight. And finally, the third bird, which is more of a midday person. And yes, there are many people who are successful who are morning people or larks. Richard Branson, Oprah, Jack Dorsey, and Elon Musk, just to name a few. But there's also successful people who enjoy sleeping in, such as Aaron Levy, Alexis Ohanahan, I hope I'm saying these names correctly, and Warren Buffett. The main takeaway that I got from The Power of When, and I've especially noticed this as I adapted to my own natural rhythms, success is not determined by what time you wake up at. It's about how you optimize and manage your energy. Along with this one, we need to talk about another success habit. It doesn't really work, and we'll pick on Elon Musk some more. He's a multi-gajillionaire, he can handle it. Working hard does not get you ahead. I mean, I'm all for working hard if we're talking about your determination, your diligence, your actual work ethic. But what most people are talking about when they say work hard is they mean work a lot of hours. Like our friend Elon, who is known for sleeping at the office or on the factory floor in some cases, which sounds really uncomfortable. Here's my question to you. Do you actually get paid more money for working more hours? If you're salaried, the answer is probably not. So working more is actually decreasing your hourly rate when you look at it that way, but it's also going to hurt your career. I have a whole video on why working hard is actually going to lead to a lot of career stagnation. But right now we need to talk about another sub-theme to this one, which is to never say no to work, especially from your boss. And I did do a little bit of research to see what success habits were being advocated for along the internets. And this is one that I saw come up multiple times. Your boss does not know your capacity. I would go so far to say that your boss doesn't even know what your current workload is. Therefore, when you say yes to everything, including when it's overwhelming and overburdening you, you can only blame yourself. Successful professionals are great communicators. And saying yes to all work as your boss dumps more and more and more on your desk or in your inbox isn't serving you. It's not preparing you for the next level in your career, and it's not helping your boss. When you're the yes person, you are also probably the person that everyone brings their questions, their tasks, their grunt work to, because everyone else will say no to it, but not you. Which means the work that is going to be brought to you isn't going to be the career advancing, high visibility work that you want. It's going to be the busy work that no one else wants to do. Which brings me to the third habit that will not make you successful at work. Doing everything to the best of your abilities. That busy work, reorganizing your team SharePoint, planning the happy hour for your team offsite that you're having in Q3, or even completing your expense reports, are all things that I want you to ask yourself, does this help my career? If you overinvest your energy, your time, and your effort to be the best at tasks that people aren't going to notice, you might find yourself overwhelmed, burnt out, and unavailable for the work that would actually advance your career. Attention, recognition, and ultimately opportunities from leadership come from you doing work that they're paying attention to. If a task or assignment does not expand your skills, your visibility, or your relationships, do you really need to bring your best to it? You need to meet those expectations and move on. You won't advance in your career by being the best at all of the things. You are going to advance in your career by being exceptional at very specific, important things. And if you're not sure where to begin with those really important things, begin with my UIQ starter kit so that you know where your highest potential path is, which will guide you to the impact that you should be making. By knowing when to be exceptional and when to be mediocre, you're going to find yourself less frustrated, have more time to do high value value work, and get more rewards and recognition for the work that you do. Which actually brings us directly to the fourth success habit that doesn't actually help you succeed at work. Putting the company first. How many times have you read the psychobabble that is
Prioritizing the needs of the company first.
Are there times where that is necessary? Sure. When there's a massive outage, a deal with millions of dollars on the line, or your team is working really hard to meet a deadline, sometimes it would literally hurt your career to not prioritize it. And that's okay. But what about when the needs of the business include you not getting salary increases despite their skyrocketing profitability and skyrocketing inflation? Not promoting you because you're so good at your job they would have to hire 2 people to replace you. See how they're saving money there? Or not respecting your work-life boundaries and always expecting you to be on. I am here for being a team player and for being flexible when you need to be, but it should not constantly be at your expense, and it should be reciprocal. Especially when you can go get a new job, make 20% more, and have more career advancement opportunities, or simply escape your toxic AF coworkers that they keep around for some reason. Which brings me to the 5th success habit that does not work. Avoiding office politics. This is one that I hear all the time. The idea that you can just come into work, keep your head down, and get promoted. It does not work like that. I mean, it would be really cool if it did, but meritocracies are a myth. Performance actually has the smallest impact on your career success. I mean, ultimately, you're dealing with humans at work, and humans do human things. Even when a company pretends that they're a meritocracy and that promotions are only granted based on quantitative metrics, typically, it's not true. Promotion decisions are made by people. What they think of you, what relationship the two of you have, who advocates for you, and who will create opportunities for you all matter. That's why your professional reputation, your personal brand, and the relationships you form at work are so important, because your results won't be enough. And if you really want to have the highest and fastest career trajectory possible, you really need to nail those 3 R's. Go and watch this video right now so we can dig into them.